Today with us is Andrea Feinberg, and we met through networking. I think she is an absolute doll. She's so fabulous. She's so well polished. She helps her clients in so many ways. And I said, please come on the show. I want to talk about you and Boss on the Beach. Welcome to the show.
And thank you so much, Donna. It's a real pleasure to do this with you today.
Boss on the Beach, you've been in business about 15 years now. How did that start for you?
Boss on the Beach was an idea that came to me when I was challenged to describe my brand. And I love beach vacations more than anything else. But more than that, I love being able to enjoy beach vacations without worrying what's happening back at my office. And I realize that's true for virtually every business owner. They face this challenge of going away and trying to enjoy their life, their families, and their friends, but being chained to a cell phone hidden away in their pocket. And so my goal when I work with clients is to sever that cord. So get away, enjoy your life, and know that everything that has been taken care of so that your business runs well, whether you're there or not.
Even in the short time I've known you, you have impacted my brand. You've helped live it up with Drake Media Network because I work 24/7. I am my brand. And it's hard for me sometimes to disconnect, but you've allowed me to help get trusted people that I can delegate things to. And that has been a real turning point for me. And I just wanted to thank you in the short time that we've worked together because that's made a nice impact.
Well,
so
that's tremendous to hear. Thank you. That's one of the real challenges I see business owners often face, that as much as they recognize they can't do everything, yet everything needs to get done. And at the same time, they fear hiring other people to participate in their business. They may not know how to hire, how to train, how to delegate effectively. They may not be able to trust that anyone else will do things as well as they will do them. And even when someone else is trained properly, they still might be standing over that person's shoulder. So now they're not only doing the work they hope to be able to do by hiring and training, they're still worried about the work they thought they had given away to somebody else. So that truly is a challenge, and it's a thrill to hear that you've been able to overcome that.
And that's what you do with all of your clients. There's many different services that you provide, but one of them is really to help them be a stronger entrepreneur and to have a little more fun in their life.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that one of the great reasons to own a business is to improve the quality of your life. And there are a lot of ways we can do that in the United States. We can be performers, we can have jobs, we can go into all kinds of fields. Business ownership is one of those choices. And it should be designed so that it is contributing to the better quality of your life while at the same time improving the circumstances of your clients, your employees, and all the constituents with whom you work as a business owner.
Love it. So it's a win for everybody.
I hope so.
And these beautiful things that you have here, books. Well, those are beautiful. We're going to talk about that, but let's talk about your books first.
Well, I've been very fortunate to be involved in the publication of 6 different books.
Okay.
And this was my first book, Time Junkie, 101 Ways for Business Owners to Get More Free Time and Break the Habit Now. This is literally a workbook. You open it up and there are 101 tips and the opportunity to make them specifically your own. And this comes out of not 15, but 25 years of working with business owners and discovering all the ways that they're often shooting themselves in the foot by not recognizing that they have tremendous options to improve the way their business runs more effectively each day without them ever having to move any faster than they already do. So this is a workbook to find those ways that specifically respond to each reader's situation.
And it's comprehensive, but it's not intimidating.
It's a little baby book.
It's a little baby book. It's got little baby steps.
That's
it's really
right.
very sweet. And it does help you. And each one will guide you to the next step. So, Andrea, I think this is awesome.
Thank you.
Tell me about your next book.
This book is the most recent one in which I'm published. This is an interesting phenomenon. This is called a compilation book. And this allows each of the participants to contribute a chapter around an identified theme. In this case, all of the participants are professional speakers, as I am a professional speaker. And we each are contributing a chapter to this book. Someone else handles all the physical components of putting the book together, finding the editor, the graphics, the layout and such, publishing it, getting it on Amazon. And through that publisher's marketing efforts, this book has become a bestseller, which is on the cover. So every one of these participants can now say, I wrote a bestseller book. So this is a technique that I also teach people who would like to be able to enhance their credibility by having a book, saying I am a published author, and helping them not only get into the book, but showing them all the ways they can maximize that contribution with what comes after the book, whether it's interviews, radio, workshops, articles and such. There are so many things you can do with a book beyond its actual publication.
Fabulous. Love it.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. And this one.
Well, this is also a compilation book. This was a project I managed completely. This is all around work-life balance.
Okay.
And this was a dozen very courageous women who talked about some very serious traumas that they had experienced in their lives and how they overcame them to recreate a sensibility of balance, whether for their own need or for the needs of their children and family members. They needed to find a way to overcome serious challenges life had dealt them. And they did this with a desire to improve the lives of the other readers. Also a compilation book, and it was a delight to spearhead this particular project because of the nature of the women who I encountered along the way.
You're a trusted resource for people.
Thank you.
You know, you truly are. Everyone that I've talked to that's worked with you, that knows you, that's the one thing that they say is that you completely care for your clients, you know, from the beginning of working with them all the way throughout. And a lot of your clients have been with you for years.
That's true.
They refuse to work without you, which is kind of nice.
Kind. You know, as a professional coach, I'm very fortunate to be let into my clients' lives because despite the fact that I tend to focus on someone within their business circumstance, it's all personal. And typically the things that I run into have to do with intangibles, the things we believe, expect, assume, habits we have, assumptions we make. And that gives me an opportunity to speak to someone in a way beyond the day-to-day what of their business circumstance, but who they are and how they are affecting what happens in the world around them. So I'm very fortunate to have developed relationships with people, not only because I'm in a position to allow them to express themselves in a way that advances their business desires, but I'm very fortunate because I get to learn about all the different ways different people can respond and make choices to grow. And so I get let into so many people's lives. It ultimately enhances my skill as a coach because I take more understanding of people's behavior and values to each engagement I go to.
And recently you took your own advice, which I think is fabulous because now you're on this new adventure and you're designing beautiful jewelry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hand beaded.
Yeah.
Art pieces of art, one of a kind.
Thank you. This was an unexpected direction life took for me. A couple of years ago, as a lifelong knitter, as an avocation, my sister had asked me to make a coat for her. And I was in a hurry to get it done.
She just didn't ask for a scarf, she asked for an entire coat.
Yeah, well, my sister was very ill.
Okay, oh, I'm sorry to hear
And
that.
I was in a hurry to get this done for her. And along the way, because it was such a heavy garment I was creating, I developed tendinitis, and I could no longer knit. And I needed to find something else. I very much like to work with my hands. There are a lot of ways we all like to express ourselves. And so I discovered this form of Russian embroidery, which is an unusual form of beading, not done too often in this country. And I started beading and beading. I sort of took over my husband's dining room table. And I made so many pieces of jewelry, I had to start selling them. I couldn't possibly wear them all. So I've been very fortunate. I just got accepted into my first gallery.
Oh, congratulations.
And looking forward to speaking to another gallery over the weekend. So it's a completely different direction. It's a different set of nerve endings that are operating, and it allows me to express myself artistically as well as the mental and emotional way I connect with my clients.
And I know you like to travel. You were recently in the Berkshires.
I was.
So, and how was that? A wonderful trip?
It was lovely. Thank you for asking. We just came home last night. Very fortunate to have friends who live in a beautiful area in Great Barrington in Massachusetts. And we enjoyed not only the beauty of the area, but a lot of the cultural splendors that area offers as well. So that was a lovely trip, and I do enjoy it tremendously.
Well, we hope that you'll be a frequent guest with us as a
Thank
business
you.
correspondent. And I know that you have a lot of friends, and I have a lot of friends, and we've already started like collaborating in that way. And I thank you very much for spending some time with us.
It's a pleasure to enjoy your company, Donna. Thank you.
And I think I might need this one. Is this a good first step for me?
That's a great one to start with, yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right. Time Junkie by Andrea Feinberg. Stay tuned for more on Live It Up.